No Small Affair was really the first major film you were in, right?
Yes.
Okay.
I had done one before with Bob Altman, but it didn't get released.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, crazy story. Story. Robert Altman, director of MASH and Nashville and all this, one of the greats, Shortcuts, Gosford Park. I mean, amazing. He was given the opportunity to direct a teen comedy because this was the 80s. This was the time of teen comedies. And it was based on...
When you think of John Hughes, you think of
Bob Altman.
Robert Altman.
But Bob Altman, MASH was a wildly successful comedy.
Yes.
He can absolutely do comedy. But his aesthetic was very not 80s. The 80s was not the time that loved Bob Altman.
Right.
And O.C. and Stiggs was this series of articles from the National Lampoon written about these two sort of juvenile delinquent kids who are just rebelling against the suburbia around them. And it was very snide, very snarky, just, it had a very dark edge to it. And for whatever reason, Bob got a deal to do it. It was like, I'll do my MASH for teenagers, And it was crazy because I learned the first day the way that Bob Altman worked, which was not like any film that I've done before or since. Actually, that was my first movie, so there was no before, which was what he would mic up all of the characters in a given scene, set up the cameras with a little bit of distance so he could get in everybody, have a basic idea of where the scene began and ended, and then he would just let everybody make it up.
Oh, wow.
And that's how Nashville happened, and that's how MASH happened. And, that's crazy. That's a crazy way to make movies.
And there wasn't a lot of rehearsal, or just like
no. It was a lot.
I guess that would have defeated the purpose.
Yeah, it was a lot of fucking around,
stream of consciousness.
Getting people together that you wouldn't necessarily get together. And for me, I was like, oh wow, this is how they make movies. This is fun and easy, and
I can make up my own lines.
Exactly. This is great. But unfortunately, the studio felt differently, and they weren't willing to wait for a MASH to coalesce. So they recut it and put it out. Or I don't even know if they put it out. I think they could never.
Who else was in it?
Jane Curtin played my mom. Paul Dooley played my dad.
Oh, Paul Dooley.
Ray Walston was in it. Melvin Van Peebles was in it.
Come on.
Yeah. Who else was in it? Dennis Hopper. Hopper was in it. Yes. Yeah. And it was crazy. It was absolutely crazy. And it was so much. Oh, Tina Louise from Gilligan's Island was in it, who was. I have a lot of empathy for female actors because the business is so awful to them. Yeah. But she used to have to be. They used to have a special golf cart just for her and a little parasol because the sun was not allowed to touch her skin. There was under no circumstances can the sun touch Tina Louise's skin.
Was that her edict or the studio?
I think it was her edict. Yeah. That being said, she was always incredibly kind and nice to me. But that was a little bit of the old school. It's like, oh, okay, I can see. Yeah. The sort of the days of the old school starlet are still around to some degree. But sadly, that movie never came out. It's one of those things that you can find on Amazon, but most people don't even know Bob Altman made it.
Right.
And that was my first movie. That was my introduction to things. And then I did No Small Affair.